So you had your hello world paragraph tag there. We're going to delete that now. And we're going to introduce a new tag called heading tag. So the first one we're going to use is H1. H1, and you're going to be creating a page of school subjects. So we start with a H1, and because we've opened the H1 tag, we need to close the H1 tag. And we'll just refresh this, and we should see school subject and add the S, school subjects. We'll just do another refresh. So I'm clicking the refresh button here. Because we've already played it, we just need to refresh it now. So here we have the school subjects. What I'm going to ask you to do is you're going to list out all of the school subjects that you do and their teacher, the teacher name, and one positive thing, one thing you enjoy about that subject. So we have the H1 tag. What we can do is we can add another H3 tag and name the subject. Let's call it maths. We've opened H3, we need to close H3. And we're going to have the name of the teacher. We're going to use H6 and see what happens. So that's we're going to say that's taught by Mr. Scott. Because we've opened H6, we close H6. And then we're going to put the paragraph in there, and I learned to add. There we go. And we close the P tag. And we can refresh that. And here we can see that we've got these different sized lines. So obviously school subject is up here as a H1 tag. And then we go down to here, H3 is maths, so that's smaller than the H1. Then the H6 says Mr. Scott, down here is Mr. Scott, which is even smaller still. And then we have the paragraph tag, I learned to add, and here we have I learned to add here. Now the problem with this is the teacher name is smaller than the paragraph tag. So what I'm going to ask you to do is you're going to have to work out what heading tags would still keep the subject larger than the teacher, but the teacher should be bigger or at least the same size as the paragraph, but don't use a paragraph tag for the teacher. So that's what I'd like you to do when you change this code, because you're going to be listing out all of your subjects, all of your school subjects. Before I let you go on, what you can see here is, this is kind of, we've got the body here, and then this H1 tag is slightly indented to the body, but then this code here is kind of over to the left, and it's kind of weird to read. You're looking at that, and that's a little bit awkward to read. Works still, there's nothing wrong with it. It does actually work, but it's a little bit awkward to read. And when you're coding a larger page, what you'll find is if you allow your code to get messy like this, it becomes a lot harder to read. Now, one of the benefits of this IDE, Integrated Development Environment, is it gives you this auto format button at the top here. If you click on that, what it will do is it will recognize all the code. As long as you haven't got any coding errors in there, it will reformat the code. It won't take out any blank lines, but it will reformat the code so it'll indent it in the correct way. And then we can quickly and easily see that all of this code here is nested in the body tags. Okay, so I'll let you get on. You need to add further subjects. So you just create another line, and then you'd start again. Now maybe you won't be using H3 for this next. You'll be resizing these. So just a reminder, if you change this H6 here, which you will be, you need to change it here as well. So anything you open, you must close. Okay, so give that a go.